Hey, how's it going? I'm pretty good. Are you? I hope you're well. It's pretty snowy up here in Canada today. We've got a big winter storm that just came through, so we're staying inside. Part of my nightly routine. Green tea. Oh, not green tea today. This is lemon thriller. Very exciting. Right, what have I done today? Today I've been trying to move my filmmaking forward in some tiny way. So I've been trying to do some idea generation. The way I've been doing that is free sketching. I pick up a pencil or a pen, blank piece of paper, and just sketch whatever's in my head. Usually that ends up being scenes from other movies that I've seen that kind of coalesce together and something new comes out of it. Snippets, little sort of brain images that sort of come out. That tends to help me unclog my brain, at least visually. And I've found that often when I do that, that can spark ideas that I then take on, into stories, or at least as a starting point where I get an image in my head and I can then take that and I can then go and look for reference images that are similar to it, and that often then it builds some momentum. That's what I did when I started my first short film, Alley Man, which was set in the trenches of the First World War. I'll put a link to it in the description. We shot it maybe 15 years ago, and I'm actually going back to the original footage now that I've had 10 years of working with post-production and the last 4 or 5 years working with Davinci Resolve, and I want to recolor grade it because a friend of mine did a great color grade back in 2010, but the software has just has come on leaps and bounds since then. So looking at it, doing a very quick grade, it's actually looking really, really nice. Just things that we couldn't do back then. So yeah, I'll share some images of that as well. I'll probably do a whole new color grade on the film. I may swap out some shots as well. We'll see how we go. Be a sort of director's cut, 12 years later after making the short. Anyway, where I started with that thought was putting that film together, really starting from free sketching, just doodling World War I images. I was reading a lot about it at the time, and the imagery is so striking that I just picked up a pencil and started sketching. It really started from a snail. I had an image in my head of a snail crawling through the mud of Flanders in no man's land. The war is going on around, and this snail is going about its day, in the mud, and that's where it kind of started from. And then, that moved on to a couple of characters trapped together in a shell hole, using snail shells to play chess or checkers to pass the time, until the night fell and they could get back to their own lines. So that's where that idea started from. And that built into a whole sort of short film, which was really the sort of kickstarting of my sort of getting the directorial bug. That's my spiel about Alley Man. I've sort of really gone off on a tangent here, but yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do more of in the next sort of couple of weeks, just some free sketching and try and get the the creative brain firing again. And then as this goes on, hopefully you'll find something useful out of it. As I share my creative sort of process and journey, hopefully it'll inspire you a bit as well. And we can all build each other up. As they say, a rising tide lifts all ships. So there we go. See you next time.